So I gave you two things that I think are going to be helpful. I gave you, first of all, right, that PDF introduction to the Theory of the Absurd by Esalen. I also presented you with a bit of a PowerPoint, right, that you can go through sort of at your leisure. And let's talk about the way that Esalen describes the Theory of the Absurd. So he does connect it, right, to both Sartre and to Camus, existentialism and absurdism, and talks about how some of them are similar, some of the theories are a little bit different. One of the most important things that he talks about is the fact that Esalen sees Sartre and Camus as very important intellectual figures who have written a lot of good work, but whose theater does not do as good a job of talking about their philosophies as the Theory of the Absurd does. We have read at this point some of the work that Camus has done, right, in reading The Plague. We have read the theater that Sartre has proposed with No Exit, and with both of those, what Martin Esalen describes is the intellectual work that went into them and the intellectual work that is on the page, right, coming to us in the form of explanations and ordered and organized prose, in ordered and organized characters who speak and make sense, and whose lives we can sort of look at and say, we understand how these people feel. That is an important thing to do when you're talking about a philosophy. We are able to, within The Plague, examine the responsibilities and the reactions of all the characters to the plague that's going on around them. In No Exit, we're able to see the reactions of these characters to being imprisoned in hell, and in intellectually working out where they are, how it works. We're able to really break down, right, academically, what things are for in this play, that we have useless items that remind us of the earth and therefore punish us. We have no eyelids, so we have to be wide open-eyed at everything and really look our responsibilities in the face. The intellectual explanations are all there in front of us. Esalen says that's important, but academic. What Beckett, Ionesco, and Genet are trying to do is to give us that same feeling of despair at having to make choices, anxiety about the choices that we are making and whether or not we're doing them the right way, contemplation of whether life is worth living that Camus talks about in The Myth of Sisyphus. We're taking those ideas and instead of explaining them, simply putting characters on the stage who are going through those feelings as we're watching them, right? A good example of this in Waiting for Godot, which I do hope that you will be able to understand and watch, right? What we're going to see is the two vagabonds, the two tramps, saying consistently to each other, let's go. Well, we can't go. Why not? We're waiting for Godot. And they want to leave but cannot leave. In several places, right, at the end of each act, they say, right, let's go. Yep, let's go. And they go nowhere, right? This despair that freezes us in place, that gives us anxiety about the lives we're living, is presented on the stage rather than being explained in so many words. So, in the next video, we will talk a little bit more about this concept.